Hi, how is everyone today? I'm going to start with Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I heard a few people saying you're not allowed to say Merry Christmas anymore, and I'm going to tell you that's a bunch of rot. You're allowed to say Merry Christmas or Happy New Year. If you want to say Happy Holidays, whatever floats your boat. But I thought today I would come on and we would talk about, somebody had asked me, do I believe in Jesus Christ? And I said, well, actually I do, and I'll tell you what part of it I believe in. I believe in Christ consciousness. And when we talk about Christ consciousness, I'm not talking about anything that's been written or rewritten in a Bible for an agenda. I'm talking about the higher consciousness, Christ consciousness, that we all carry inside of us. That's the difference between right and wrong. Do better for others, do better for yourself. The do unto others if you'd have them undo to you. You know, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. Kind of a thing. It's the higher, brighter you. So I was looking into this higher, brighter you, and I stumbled across this one person. I can't remember the name, but when I do find it, I'm going to talk about this person. And he was talking about, I'm thinking the guy, I don't know if he's still alive or not. This was a long time ago. It was a video from a long time ago. Probably 40, 50, 60 years maybe. Anyway, he was talking about when humanity gets to a certain point that we would be vibrating, but we'd have to go together as a collective to change the negative reality into a positive reality. And I was so glad I stumbled upon him, actually this morning, that I was like, oh, wow, that just kind of goes along with everything I've been, saying. I love these synchronicities. I guess you want to call them that, which, nothing ever happens for no reason. It always has a specific reason. And it's to show you that the path that you're on is going forward. Basically, he was talking about anti-gravity. He was talking about frequency. And with the frequency inside of us, with the vibration that we hold, we could have anti-gravity. He did not say this, but I also can add this information to it. I've always said we are comprised of water, and in each drop of water, there is a crystal. And so we are comprised of crystals, and crystals are focusing mechanisms. I would put crystals on mechanical, fractal, that level. So with all the crystals that we have, the magnetites in your head and the things that you have in your pineal gland, which there's another type of crystal that's in your pineal gland, calcite. I believe it's calcite. With all of these crystals inside of us, when you hit that frequency of the higher, brighter you can then focus your fractal energy through the existing crystals inside of your entire being and your pineal gland and create magnetism. And the magnetism depends on the frequency you carry. So if you carry a negative frequency, nothing's going to open up for you. But if you carry the positive frequency, all of a sudden, you're manifesting things out of the ether because you now have the ability with that frequency to open up your skill set. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm actually going to post the video that I watched this morning, and please watch it all the way through, about this man. It's on the Inspired channel, but he was talking about the man, and it really inspired me to make this video. So back to Christ consciousness. The man was talking about go inside of yourself, and you reach a level of beyond thought where you just have this knowing. Now, my daughter Wendy has this ability to do this now. She's been doing it, where she manifests things out of the ether, and there it is. Because all of this is holographic anyway. And you're tapping into, with these avatars, with those existing crystals inside of you, how to work this reality sim. And that's been absolutely taken away from us through a handful of people, you can call them whatever, elites, and whatever, which I won't get into that now because we're talking about Christ consciousness. We really need to raise our vibration. We need to go into ourselves because the kingdom does lie here inside of you. Of course it does. And then have this reality. I do know that right now oppression is being at its all-time high. You can look through the different countries and see which countries are being the most oppressed. And I'm thinking number one right now would be it would be between China and Australia. It's pretty bad. People, when you've gotten to the bottom and you've hit rock bottom and you can't do it anymore, and no matter how much you try to just go along with the flow, it's going to take you individual, to stand up and say, no more. We're not doing this anymore. And when that point comes and you all come together as a unit and visualize inside of you and then take action, because this is a physical world, we need action. And the action is we're not going down this negative route anymore, and you start changing your reality. Stop complying. I don't want to be screaming, but I want to shake everyone and say, wake up, wake up, wake up. Stop complying. You can't comply. You cannot get to where you need to go with compliance because you're not using what you have here. The manifesting skills, the ability to see through the crap. Don't do what's easy. Why are you letting them tell you what your reality is going to be? Why are you letting them do these things to you? Why? Because somebody told you were powerless? Rethink that. So I put on this shirt today. This was given to me as a gift, and it's been a while since I've had this shirt on, so I just love it. This here, let me see if I can get this thing. This here is exactly what we are. We are the fractal among fractals among fractals that create the reality. This is who you truly are. So I thought this was an appropriate shirt to wear today. But yes, the Christ consciousness is inside of us. It's the take the higher path. Go the course for another. You don't try to break people's back by stepping all over them to get ahead. We will never have the better reality if this is what is only allowed. This is the negative agenda. Break someone's back to get themselves better. This is where true evil truly lies. It lies in narcissism, selfishness. We really got to start thinking about the ones around us and helping wake them up. You know, they're like ostriches with their heads in the sand and their butts in the air. And this has to stop as a collective. We need to wake up, pull our head up out of the sand, and realize that we are the ones. We are the ones. We need to change it here. We are the many. We are the gods. And we can't pretend to be the servant anymore. We can't act the servant role anymore. We must take our godship back. Oh, yes, we must. Every one of us must. You want to go to the higher path? You want the better reality? You want some free energy? This is what we must do. We have to do this. Please watch in my description what I'm going to be showing from the Inspire channel. I mean, they just nail it. And I thought, oh my gosh, yes, right along with what I'm saying. So Christ consciousness, know it's inside of you. When we hit that point where we just know we can do all these things, you've made it. You're there. Watch the things that you can create. And I mean, watch the things that you can create. And this is what they don't want humanity to do. Wake up to the fact that you're an all-powerful God. So while we celebrate our Christmas, remember it's a celebration of ourselves. We're celebrating ourselves. It got twisted that only one person could do this and only one person was God's son. No. We're all fractals of God. Of course we are. We are the creator beings. So when you're celebrating whatever you celebrate, please don't worship, but celebrate the fact that you're waking up to a better new reality where money will no longer be the Babylonian cursed money system anymore, but gotten rid of. And the banksters, because that's what they are, banksters, will be put out of business. Now, just know that all of your governments will never want this to happen because it's the only true control they have on you. And that's the monetary system. We need to be able to manifest in here. We have everything we need in here. We just have to tap into it and start using it like it was your arm or your leg or what have you. Your hands, your mouth, your eyes, your ears to hear. These manifesting abilities are as easily and readily recognized and usable as your five senses because they actually intertwine with that. And we should talk about those five senses. Hearing, seeing, smelling, tasting, feeling. It's all wrapped into your manifesting abilities. Because this is, after all, a sim. And so you're going to wake up to the fact that as you can manipulate your five senses to do what you want, you will be able to manipulate your sixth sense to give you everything you've ever needed or wanted. And that's a huge secret. It is one of the main things that intertwine your five senses into a sixth sense reality, living condition. And I'll say that again, living condition. So I guess I won't talk much more on this. I just wanted to put out a happy Christmas video. So yes, I believe in Christ consciousness, because we all carry it here. It isn't just a single being. There have been many Christs that have come along in this reality, whether they were recognized or they were not, but they're all us. In the end, we are the Christ consciousness. So Merry Christmas to all of you out there with Christ consciousness, and knowing that you have it is a big one. Okay, on that note, everybody have a great holiday. I'll be having my family here. For the first time in 4 years, I'm having Christmas at my house. So I'll be doing cooking, baking. I've already made a bunch of fudges, and I'm really excited for what's to come this weekend. Today is Thursday, so of course in several days we'll be having Christmas. And I really love spending time with people that I love. I love being very hospitable, and I can't give enough, because what I get back in return is so much more than anything I could ever give. Do you understand that? That's a big one. So, everybody, have a great holiday. Bye.